BlakeStreeTV. We're going to talk to you about the Colorado Rockies and their off-season moves. Starting, what happened yesterday, I believe. That'd be Jorge. Yes, this morning. Jorge De La Rosa's new contract.
Signed to a one-year, $5.6 million deal, which hopefully he will do as good as he did at the end of last year with his 16 wins.
16-9.
Leading the Rockies. And hopefully that'll give us a solid number 3 pitcher rotation.
Yes. We played more like a number 2 last year because Cook pretty much
took a big dick up the butt. Also, Miguel Olivo, which kind of questioning that signing.
I mean, you could think that Paul Phillips, he did decent at best last year in his time up, but Torrealba not coming back, and Olivo, he hit 20 home runs last year in 23.
He batted 216, I think. He did also catch Zach Greinke 31 of his 33 starts, so that's a plus.
Yes, Greinke was Cy Young.
Yes, he was.
So, and we also said goodbye this offseason to Garrett Atkins, third baseman.
Which opens up the door for Ian Stewart, who I'm a big fan of.
And Ian actually got most of the playing time last year because Atkins basically sucked. You want to tell him why you're wearing a sombrero?
This also represents a rice hat. We are wondering if Carlos Gonzalez is in fact a Chinese man or a Spaniard. Mexican.
And it's also a sombrero, and in honor of Jorge De La Rosa's new contract. So.
Mexican nationality.
Yes, and his Mexican nationality.
Taylor Buckles and Clint Barmes were also signed to one-year deals, which Buckles did absolutely nothing last year because he was injured.
On the DL for the whole year.
And Barmes, he's been a little inconsistent. Gotta remember also Barmes was running for Rookie of the Year in 06, 05.
Before tumbling down the stairs with a bag of elk meat given to him by Todd Helton.
Ruined his career, basically. Now he's playing second base.
And he's bald.
Alright.
That too. So, as far as the starting lineup goes this year, what are you guys thinking?
I guess we'll start in the outfield.
Outfield?
I believe left field should be Carlos Gonzalez, Mr. I can't decide which race I am. And then center field needs to be Dexter Fowler, because he played there most of the year. And right field needs to be Brad Hopp, obviously, because he's just...
All-star?
Yes, all-star. Played there forever for the Rockies. That too. He just needs to be a little more consistent in the second half of the year and not just fall off at the end.
Pull the Jason Marquis.
Third base.
He's also not on the team.
Yes, third base Ian Stewart. As we said, I really don't think this is even going to be a contest because really there's no one else.
He's the only third baseman on the team.
Shortstop, Tulo.
Obviously, from the beginning of the video.
Tulo. Second, probably Barmes, but
give UI a shot.
Yeah.
Because
they see if UI pulls a Dexter Fowler like last year and
takes over Spilborghs.
Just took him over by force. Spilborghs also.
First base, obviously Todd Helton. He is going to get some every day he does not play. They're actually putting Brad Hopp at first and Seth Smith in right field or Spilborghs in right field, depending on if he's still on the team. Catcher, definitely Iannetta, and Miguel Olivo will catch every once in a while and pinch hit.
But Iannetta, he needs to step it up.
Yeah, last year he did really good in the WBC, and then he did amazing in that. He led the team in the U.S. in hits, I believe. And then after that, he started batting like .225 for the Rockies, and he was finally starting to get hits and decided to pull his hamstring horribly, running third in Petco Park, and be out for what, 35 days, something like that.
Came back, didn't really have anything.
Yeah, he really did nothing. And Torrealba got a lot of starts last year.
Yeah, he stepped up.
Rockies pitching rotation. This is what I believe it should be, and hopefully will be. Number 1, Ubaldo Jimenez, total beast. Has some of the best raw, nasty stuff, but he needs to figure out how to actually get it to work every day. Number 2, Aaron Cook. He's always been the consistent kind of for the Rockies. Got a pretty good sinker. He's a good number 2. He's not the ace for the Rockies though. He doesn't have good enough stuff.
The All-Star season 2 years ago might have been just a little too good to be true.
Number 3, Jorge De La Rosa. Possibly number 2, depending on how Cook does in spring training and how De La Rosa does. De La Rosa, obviously, with the 16 wins after going 0-6 to start off the season, he just turned on, and he's also like Jimenez, where he has great stuff, but he throws way too many pitches every inning, and he doesn't go very far in the game. So he usually goes 5th or 6th inning, and if he figures out how to get out of innings quick, he can be way better. And then number 4, Jason Hamill. I don't know.
It's kind of a surprise last year.
Yeah.
I didn't really see that coming. He had a decent year. It wasn't like mind-boggling, but good enough for a 4th rotation guy.
I don't know. He's very tall, so he could probably throw hard. I don't know. He's just kind of mediocre.
Low to mid-90s.
Yeah. And then Jeff Francis at 5. He's recovering from shoulder surgery, so you can't really throw him in the number 1 role like he was in 07. You can't also expect him to be like 2007, where he was amazing,
10 or
something like that. He was best pitcher, and he doesn't have that great of stuff. He just spots up really well, and he's very accurate. So that is the pitching rotation. What I think it should be.
Outfield, got a little battle going on with the whole big thing is, will Seth Smith get a starting place in the outfield? And to me, he's a good player, but he's almost just too valuable to have starting out there when you have so many great players when he can come off the bench. And in my opinion, he's the best in the league at that.
I think Fowler definitely needs to start in center. He started all last year. He's fast. He's a good leadoff guy. He's getting a lot better. Switch hitting. He's got pretty good power, and he's very fast, so he can cover all that ground. Gonzalez, he needs to be in left. He's a great outfielder, and
Rice hat.
Smith is not as good an outfielder, and if you can have a center fielder in left field and a center fielder in center field, you definitely want that.
Cover a lot of ground.
Gonzalez, he's got big pop too. He can hit the ball, but last year he started in AAA. And he's always been kind of an inconsistent player. He's always been a big prospect, but he's always been inconsistent. And last year he got pretty hot at the end of the year, and he was kind of starting over Fowler a little. But Fowler definitely needs to start in center, and Smith needs to come off the bench, and possibly just switch Gonzalez and Smith in out, because Smith also is a very good hitter. He's lefty, which I guess Gonzalez is too, but Gonzalez does not. I think Smith is a better hitter, but Gonzalez is just kind of, he needs to be in there because he's way faster and he can cover a lot more ground, and we need a good outfield, good fast outfield.
Because Hop's kind of a liability in right.
Yeah, because he's got a rocket attached to his shoulder, but he can't field the ball to save his life.
Yeah. And we'd like to say hopefully adios to Dr. McAssface.
Did you already say it? Is it over?
Dr. McAssface being Ryan Spilworks. I appreciate your time in a Rockies uniform.
We have too many star outfielders. We already have Gonzalez, Fowler, Smith, that whole outfield battle. We don't need Spilworks. If we had him, he'd be coming off the bench. He'd be a salary eater.
To me, yeah, he was one of those guys who had enough big moments to keep him around, like the Grand Slam last year.
No bullpen. Yeah.
He always had a few of those every year, and that kind of kept him around. But it's finally time to end.
Plus, he is still up for arbitration, and both the Cubs and White Sox are looking at him and hoping to get him because they need more bats.
Yeah.
And we just need to get rid of him because we have way too many outfilders with the Gonzalez, Fowler, Smith. And if we throw Spilworks in there, he won't get that much. He won't get enough playing time because Smith is way too good as a bench player coming off the bench, and Gonzalez and Fowler should be starting. And he would just be eating up their salary. So
I feel bad for the team that will get him.
Yes. That devil beard is just terrible. You know, just shave that, please. Looks like he got run over by a lawnmower. You know.
yes,
So I think that's all.
yes,
we
it
got.
is.
So it was our first video, and we doing like maybe a series recap of every series throughout the season. And go Rockies. That's all I got.